Paul gets in, another wide open three.
Pierre Cardin.
Defers to Booker for the long range.
Phoenix. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the valley, it ain't nothing but a thing. Phoenix. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the valley, it ain't nothing but a thing.
Welcome, everybody, to the Aussie Suns Fans podcast. I am your host, Gavin, and we are joined today by everyone's favourite Australian in Singapore, Nate. How you going, buddy?
Fucking good to be back. Sorry I missed you last week. I was just having too much fun.
2 weeks.
Done,
We've
eh?
had 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
We're sick. You would,
Okay,
your commitment levels to the pod is just not where it needs to be.
Well, I'm fucking here now and Boyd's not, so, you know, back at you.
That's fair. That's fair and true. And of course, after the raging success that was the Sydney watch party yesterday, we have one of the two people that showed up, and his entire focus of attendance yesterday was to tell us how rude we were that we haven't invited him on the pod yet. So we've got him on now. Wes, thank you so much for joining us, brother.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
We are very excited to have you on. We're very excited to talk about the week in Suns basketball. Of course, we had the Sydney watch party yesterday. No matter what, despite the disappointing attendance, it was a fair. Boyd, Wes, John, shout out to John as well, who is about 6'14" and looked like he was going to smash people on the head. It's a massive difference from when we're hanging out with Nate.
Yeah, fuck you, man. Fuckers always give me so much shit about my height. Fucking 5'8", I'm not a fucking midget. I do all right in Asia.
Yeah, your average height for an Asian female. It was a really, really good day. We had a ball. We recruited in some UK guys into the Suns fandom. A couple of other guys that came in. We ended up with sort of 10 or 11 people that were hanging around us watching the game. Disappointing result in the end. We're 0-3 at watch parties now, and might have to pull the pin completely. But it was good fun, and we had a ball. So appreciate you, Wes, for coming out. Appreciate John for coming out. I'm never ever going to show Boyd any appreciation whatsoever. But it was a good day. Our next watch party is, of course, on the 24th of February over in Perth, Western Australia. And we're really, really looking forward to getting over there. I'll be there for the wrestling, so I have got an ulterior motive for being there. But I'll be there, over there, and watching the game. Can't remember who the hell we're playing.
Well, whoever it is, can you message old mate in marketing at the Suns and tell them to pull their fucking finger out? Because, 0-3 is fucking ridiculous.
Oh, we've lost Wes.
Oh, well, he'll be back.
Yeah, we've no. Look, I can't disagree with you there. It's ridiculous performances when all we're trying to do is support the team and they keep losing. Actually, we might be a shot. We're playing the Houston Rockets when we're at that watch party. I believe it's in Houston
With their new big trade piece that hasn't played a minute all season. Ooh.
That's all right. They traded away another trade piece that hasn't played a minute all season either.
It's the greatest trade ever.
I think we got Wes back. I think he might be having some issues with his internet connection, but you're back, mate.
God love the NBN.
I'm back now, yeah.
Love it. Looking forward to it.
I'm
checking
going to
out the
good,
Suns.
obviously, I'm trying to be quiet, but yeah.
We got the next watch party, 24th of February. We haven't actually locked in a venue yet because I'm not sure that they have they do have a Sporting Globe. It'll be at the Sporting Globe in Perth. I believe the game starts really early though, so we may have to just go to the casino and watch it. But we will be there.
That's because Perth's on Singapore time.
Because it's stupid ass Perth time.
Did I not get the fucking memo here or what? I didn't
you
realize
missed out,
we were
mate.
meant to be wearing the same shit. Should I go change?
Where's your? Have you got one of these?
Yeah. All right. Just
Go
excuse me.
get changed.
I'll go get my wardrobe sorted. All right.
Go get changed, Nate. So where's this week? 4-game stretch since our last pod. Of course, a 113-198 loss to Orlando, a 118-105 win in Miami, a 136-120 win in Brooklyn, and then yesterday's shambles of a result at the watch party, a 129-120 loss. How'd you see the week?
That'll be you.
I think it's. I mean, we played some decent basketball for 3 quarters. It's just fourth quarter we seem to be a bit abysmal. Can't get it together. I think we're playing a bit too slow. Defense isn't there, and we just can't seem to score in the fourth quarter. I don't know if it's the rotations. I don't know if it's the sets. I don't know what it is, but yeah, we need to find an answer.
What happened in the Atlanta game? Like, I'm just looking at Nurk's minutes. He had 23 minutes and Eubanks had 17. So there's 40 minutes of center basketball, which means we played 8 minutes of fucking small ball and still lost.
We did play quite a bit of small ball, and it actually hurt us, to be honest, from my perspective anyway. I thought that Okongwu in particular hurt us over a couple of
Fucking hurt Bradley Beal.
A couple of minute patches where offensively he did some damage to us. Clint Capella, I wasn't sure on it overly, but in saying that, Kevin Durant during those periods was pretty damn good too. But it was Nurk in foul trouble, Wes? Because early doors he was dominating, right? I don't think he was in foul trouble.
He wasn't in foul trouble. I think he just got gassed. They were playing through him a lot more than they usually do, and I just don't think he had the engine to keep going.
Yeah, so it was disappointing. Obviously, the Orlando loss to start off the week was pretty disappointing. I thought we played pretty poorly in the Orlando game, and again, it was a last quarter thing. The Miami and Brooklyn games were hella fun because we dominated the games, but again, in both games, we were over 20 up going into last quarters. And, well, I think actually Brooklyn, we were 19 up. We ended up winning the game by 16, but still. And then yesterday was just the last quarter. We're going to go into that probably. We'll go into that a little bit more in the next segment, but it was just if we win against Washington tomorrow, we come home from this road trip 4-3, which isn't a bad result because it is a long road trip. But it doesn't feel like it's been a good road trip.
For a team, and the commentators were saying during the Atlanta game that the Suns have actually won more on the road than they have at home. And like you said, Gav, this doesn't feel like that.
And I think it's because those two losses, Orlando and Atlanta in particular, they were both games that I think all of us probably felt we should have won, but ended up losing almost comprehensively.
The Atlanta one I thought was
just really disappointing.
Orlando was always going to be a fight because they're having an amazing season. All their pieces are clicking. All their youth is coming through. So, I wasn't happy with that loss, obviously, but that was always going to be a hard game, right? I really didn't feel that the Atlanta one was meant to be.
You thought we should have won Atlanta?
Absolutely, yes.
And you thought we dropped to Orlando?
I didn't say I think we'd drop. I just expected it to be a hard game. Like they've actually earned some respect this season.
Yeah, they've earned respect, but I'm not sure that they're anything fantastic.
Are we?
Well, we should be.
We should be, exactly. Fuck. Mate, that Brooklyn game was fun, though. We all wanted to watch that game, and that was pretty tight. I mean, if you look at the quarter scores, I think it was The fourth quarter I got down, what was it? 42-26. That's the third quarter, sorry, 42-26. That's where we won it. The first quarter was a tie, and the other two equaled each other out. So every single point we won by was scored in the third quarter. And when Booker drills that three and does the little to Bridges, I just fucking lost my shit. I thought that was gold. I wanted more replays, more angles. I wanted that reviewed for 10 minutes.
It was, it was. And do you know what again, it's the Devin Booker thing, right? Like, Luka Doncic basically got away with all of the bullshit for having a fan thrown out who did nothing. But Devin Booker copped so much slander for doing the Mikal Bridges-Selly on that last three and not realizing, because, again, the general NBA don't realize those two are boys.
Yeah.
He did it because they're boys.
Talk about no context.
Why do you guys hate Devin Booker so much? Like, the fuck is wrong with you people? I don't get it. I don't get the Booker hate. Well, I really don't.
He's a little bit of a cunt. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, you're like, I want to be the bad guys. You know my philosophy, Nate. When people hate you, it's because they're scared of you. Right? So
it would be nice if we became the Detroit Pistons of old. As far as that reputation.
I'm all for that. Now, one other person that wants to have his say about the last week in Suns basketball.
The cheapest cunt on earth?
Absolute moron right here.
Fucking finger fucking his iPhone studio.
Hello, Boyd.
Now you put Schmeg all over the fucking lens, mate. You're all blurry just as well.
I will introduce him. Welcome him to the biggest piece of shit in Suns Aussie fandom. Boyd. How you doing, fucko?
I'm exhausted, mate. I've had a really big week of work. I was the hardest worker in fucking Sydney over the last week.
Right.
And I had to put up with after a long hard day's work, I had to put up with a fucking major cockhead in Gavin Spawley. That was fucking hard. And you know
say
what?
Say my name properly or don't say it at all.
Oh, get fucked. Yeah, and the nice cherry on top was I got to hang out with this pin-headed fuck to my right, Mr. Wesley Nathaniels. He's one of the nicest guys in Sydney, I believe. I have it on a good authority. He's a good bloke. Good to have a beer with. How are you, buddy?
Good, mate. It's a nice compliment considering there's only two of us. So calling me the nicest guy in Sydney, it's not really that good a compliment.
He also called you a pinheaded fuck. So let's talk about it.
He balanced it out.
I had some work to do there, but yeah, no.
No. Hey, look. Before you do go on, Boyd, I really appreciate the adulation that you sent my way after. I put you up. I gave you somewhere to sleep. I gave you fucking free shit. I bought you beers. I bought you dinner, and you called me the biggest piece of shit.
Yeah, fucking. You know what? It sounded. I thought it was going to be worth it. It really wasn't. Next time I'll pony up or sleep in the fucking gutter. It was just
you won't pony up. There's no fucking chance you will pony up on anything.
We get back to talking about the week.
You're fucking hot. You're very high maintenance, mate. Hang on a second.
Yeah, you fuck off again, Boyd. Back on Suns basketball.
Boyd, tell us about your views of the week, please. Oh, we're going to be quiet for a minute. All right. Gents, who was your player of the week?
All right, no, wait, before we move on, I just wanted to point out something for the week, which was Bradley Beal's performance. Now, you want to talk about player of the week. I had him down there as a candidate for player of the week purely for, the broken nose, playing through it, coming back out, getting it fucking essentially broken again in Atlanta, still coming back out. But then if you look at his performance, he was 3 for 24 for our week in a review for 3-point line. He went 0 of 5 against Orlando, 2 of 9 against Miami, 1 of 3 against Brooklyn, 0 of 7 against Atlanta. 3 for 24 for a week. That's $40 million right there.
Okay. Yes. Bradley Beal is in a massive shooting slump, but he's also got a busted up nose that he can't breathe through. Have you ever tried to do anything with gauze shoved up your nose? I mean, I know Boyd has. He shoves like tampons and stuff up his nose, but that's for different reasons. Have you ever tried? That's not easy. And look, Beal struggled badly shooting wise against Atlanta, but he was still finishing at the basket. He was still out there. He was distributing. He was doing. Bradley Beal's not to blame for that loss or anything else.
I wasn't blaming Beal for anything. I was just noting the fact that that's a really bad week. Yeah, 3 from.
And when he finds his shot, we're going to know that he finds his shot, because the good thing about Devin Booker and Kevin Durant is if Bradley Beal gets on a bit of a run, those two fuckers are just going to feed him. We're going to see a 40-piece from Bradley Beal coming up very soon. That's my thoughts on that. Boyd, how'd you see the week? Are you back now? Are we allowed to talk to you?
Mate, you can talk to me. I just got a screaming kid in the background. Just
Okay, so we still can't. Who was your player of the week?
Really good for content.
Player of the week would be D-Book. Just another solid week, distributing, running the point, scoring, high volume scoring, and just he's just dominating for the last couple of weeks. So D-Book gets it for me.
Nate?
Well, the big three are all the candidates because they all actually played. Beal, I'm ruling out. I had him, like I said, as a candidate because he was just tough as nails with the nose and everything, but he shot like shit, so no. You could argue Book, obviously, the 42 or 44 against Miami, was it? Oh, no, it wasn't Miami because we still lost the game. It was Orlando. So a massive game, but we still lost. Consistent across the board was KD. I mean, you can't argue that every time he goes out there now, everyone in national media is talking about his performance, starting All-Star again, announced as a starting All-Star, so KD gets my vote.
I am look. We've got a dude named Devin Armani Booker, who was the player of the month, the player of the week, was just apart from the Atlanta game, was just on fire. He was phenomenal, and we do sit back. We do sit back and we get the chance as Suns fans to sit back and enjoy. Like he's a generational player, Devin Booker. Absolutely generational player, and it's amazing to watch this dude play basketball. In saying that, I'm gonna vote for Book for Player of the Week, but Book, Frank, KD, Beal, do me a favor. When we're in a tight game and we get into the last quarter, and you've got a player like Devin Armani Booker on your squad, please make sure that in the last quarter against that team, he takes more than 0 fucking shots. Devin Booker did not attempt a field goal in the last quarter against Atlanta. How the fuck does that ever happen? Now, people have hung shit on Book over the last couple of weeks for going hero and ISO ball. Hanging shit on a dude who's average, he was shooting 60% from the field. If anyone's going to go fucking ISO ball, that's who you want. Someone shooting 60% from the field. And then in a game that was tight enough, even down to the last 2.5 minutes for us to be in it, for that dude not to be having a shot, you fucking kidding me? It's just not on.
I'm gonna do something here, and I'm gonna wholeheartedly agree with you, Gavin. As much as it pains me,
about fucking time.
As much as it pains me, D-Book's my player of the week. People lose their fucking minds when he's taking all the shots and not being a ISO ball, whatever, man. And he's shooting. You're right, 60-70%. Lose their fucking minds. And then we see the other side of the coin where he doesn't take a single shot in the fucking fourth quarter. I'm still flying that flag that says fucking be more aggressive, Book. especially when you're on a fucking heater. Yeah, we needed him to take over. I think I heard you guys talking earlier about Bradley Beal. Yeah, it's got to be tough doing what he's doing with the injury that he's got. If you've ever had a broken nose and played any sport with a broken nose or tried to do it, fucks with your equilibrium and your fucking and your balance. It's fucking tough. So to mentally be aggressive and do the things that he's asked to do on a play-by-play basis, it's tough. So especially when you got one of your big three carrying an injury like that, you need Booker to insert himself into a fourth quarter. That we needed him in a game that we lost. So yeah, D-Book for mine, and well said, Gavin.
Thanks, mate.
At least I know KD's mum agrees with me.
Gents. Okay, so I put in the agenda. I put in the agenda. Suns in the last quarter. Now I'm going to let you three go first before I go on my rant. Only because I want to hear what people say. But right now, the Phoenix Suns are historically one of the, if not, actually, I think we are the worst last quarter team in the history of the NBA. We are like minus 175 for last quarters. Minus 175.
Gav,
the next worst.
No, you finished.
The next worst in the NBA is the Miami Heat at like 161 or something like that. Minus 161.
And we still have one of quarters against them.
Yeah. I'm going to let you guys know. I'm going to let you guys go, and then I'm going to chime in on the last quarter thing. Boyd, talk to me. What's going on with the Suns' last quarters?
Well, they're shit. They're shit. It's gotten to a point now where it's mental. They've worked it out, and we've seen it work for a couple of games. So you start feeling like they've worked it out. But then they just fall straight back into it. So it's definitely mental, man. It's a little bit arrogant, if you ask me. It's very much they still feel. Look, this is a high performance fucking engine. This is a high combustion engine. All right, when things go wrong, they're going to go wrong in a bad way. It needs tuning every now and then. But in saying that, they've had enough time now. I think we're really there. So. For mine, I know that it's all there and we've seen it, and I know that they can fix it. That's why I'm putting it down to it just being a mental blockout thing. Like we should be in a position in the fourth quarter where we have the foot on their proverbial throats. But it's just like it gets lackadaisical, and it fucking does, man. And you see it in the effort, you see it in the turnovers. It's just like it's just like fucking mind lapses, man. It's so fucking frustrating to watch. But yeah, look, I think it's mental. I think that they do work it out. I honestly thought that it would be done by now. Yeah, it's a little bit cocky, if you ask me. They've got to get out of their own heads and fucking respect other teams. Look at the teams that we've beat. We beat Miami in the last 5 games, say. 5 games? Yeah, we've beaten Miami and Brooklyn. The 2 best teams in the last 5 games that we've played. We've lost to Atlanta, Orlando, and Indiana. The 3 worst teams. It paints a picture, doesn't it? The 3 worst teams that we played in the last 5, we've lost to, and the 2 best teams that we've played against, we've beat. They're fucking getting in their own heads, and they're thinking that they're better than the opposition, and they're dropping down a gear. They need to fucking pick it up and pick up a gear. And put some fucking shit teams away really well, and fucking this has got to.
You do realize Orlando are 8th in the East, right?
Yeah.
And Indiana's second or third.
Yeah, but
and Brooklyn's losing record.
But these both of them teams
6th. Aces are 6th, yeah.
But both of them teams, they've got a lot of young guys on it, and they should be teams that we can put the sword to just out of inexperience. They've got a lot of young guys who have taken a leap recently, and they're having a good year. They're having like a leap, you know. They're going really well. But what I'm saying is that we should be so much more like we should be able to make teams like that play to our will. We should be able to set the pace and make them adjust to us because they're young, inexperienced, and and we should be able to take advantage of that. If you ask me, traditionally these guys have been in a shit show for years and years, and they're just starting to figure it out. And we're carrying on like we're the fucking inexperienced, with the no pros on the team. So yeah, that's just the way that I see it, boys. You just can see it a different way if you want.
The way I see it is, are they your training bras hanging up in the background?
That's my family's washing hanging out in the background. I couldn't tell you what's out there, mate.
Did anyone just see that Bleacher Report come through? Doc Rivers has been named the East All-Star Game head coach. Motherfuckers had a job for 1 week.
Are they first? No, it shouldn't. Isn't it the team that's on top? I think you might have been fucking scammed.
By default? Mate. So it was meant to go to Adrian Griffin, but
it should go to the Celtics. Should be Joe Mazzulla.
I swear Bleacher Report just had a pulse, and the report is Doc Rivers says if they win the game, he'll give his ring to Adrian Griffin.
Okay. Why do the Suns suck in the last quarter?
To be honest, I think it's the pace we're playing with. And the other one I'm thinking is Devin Booker not playing much of the fourth. So he usually sits the first 4 to 6 minutes. We said that yesterday. We were sitting there going, why isn't Book on? It's a tight game, and it took till the 6 minutes left for him to come on. He seems to play the point. He walks it up slowly. Once we get into our set, they kind of figure us out. When they're double teaming him, he gives it up. That's where our turnovers happen. So I think we need to play with a faster pace, move the ball around, stop playing with this hero ISO ball, and take care of the rock and take better shots, because we seem to just jack up threes and it's not working for us.
Well, Boyd made a really good point, which is unusual, about the I want to use the word inconsistent, where they did suck in the fourth and they seem to draw it back a bit and they lose it again. In the last week in review, we sucked against Orlando in the fourth. We went 13-31 in the fourth against Orlando. Even though we won against Miami, so it's probably a bunch of garbage time for the bench, it was 18-31 in the fourth. Brooklyn, we only went down by 3, 30-33. Atlanta, we went down by 4, 25-29. So those last two games, at least, are closer, but this team should close out the fourth quarter.
It's not the fourth quarter. It's this team being absolutely fucking careless. As soon as the defense extends, we turn the ball. The turnovers are not the problem. It's the way we turn the fucking ball over. Lazy, bullshit turnovers. The turnovers, you don't want to turn the ball over, but the way we turn the ball over is fucking horrific. It is just lazy. And it isn't good enough. For a team that has so much fucking talent, we saw, correct me if I'm wrong, even though the game was pretty much done, Kevin Durant brought the ball over half court and then just fucking threw it to the Hawks at the end of that game yesterday.
Yeah.
The turnovers that we have are so horrifically bad. This team needs to work that shit out. Oh, and number 2, box the fuck out and rebound the ball. And box out properly. Because ultimately, since the start of this year, we've had 2 problems. 1, we turn the ball over really, really fucking embarrassingly. And 2, we don't box out. We allow way too many second and third chance opportunities. And when you play a side that is a high volume scoring side, like Atlanta is, when you don't box out and they get second opportunities, They missed the first 3, but they buried the second 3. Now, they didn't hit that many more threes than us yesterday, but they hit like 3 more than us, which was 9 points, which is what we lost by. Box out. Stop fucking being careless with the ball. Now, I know we're going to hear people and people will fucking send messages and go, this is why we need a point guard. No, it's not. You don't need a point guard to fucking make a simple pass. These are simple passes that we're not completing properly.
The problem is that our and you're right, Gav, our turnovers are resulting in points on the other end, and it's because of that laziness factor after a turnover. Even there's just like, oh fuck, just let him go type thing. Might get one guy chasing back there, not enough, and then they get another fucking. Even if with that great defensive play works, they get another follow up play because they've got the rebound. And it just snowballs, and we give up on plays. When we try to slow the ball down and stop the turnovers, we still fucking turn the fucking thing over. But we're just a
dumb pass, too. Just like the dumbest shit you've ever seen.
It is. It's very
and
very
Nate, you're right. The Celtics coach can't do it because they don't let the same coach do it 2 years in a row. I still don't understand how Doc Rivers gets the gig. I did just jump on Twitter, and Tim McMahon did say Doc Rivers is coaching the fucking team. NBA
job for a week.
They're fourth. They're fourth in the fucking East. How the fuck is Doc Rivers coaching the All-Star game? Oh my God, the All-Star game shit just gets worse and more infuriating every fucking time I read something.
It is a shit show.
God, that pisses me off. So, yeah, Phoenix, box out and take care of the ball. We don't need a point guard to take care of the ball because, once again, I'm going to go back to it. Nobody in the NBA has real point guards anymore. It's just that we're fucking lazy.
Yeah, I still not that I want to fucking argue the point with you again, Gav, but I think a ball handler would come in handy. I don't think it's what we need. It's not at my top of my list, but yeah.
That's amazing content, boy. Thanks for contributing.
Positionless basketball, mate. Are you telling me you wouldn't like a TJ McConnell over fucking Jordan Goodwin right now?
We don't play Jordan Goodwin, boy.
I know we fucking don't. Okay, over Nasir Little. Over fucking one of the wings.
We don't play Nasir Little, Boyd.
We're going to get into that.
He gets fucking spot minutes, mate.
He gets dead minutes.
Everyone gets a fucking run on this team. They've all had fucking runs, Gavin.
Who?
And no one's been able to fucking...
At some stage.
At some stage. And no one's been able to fucking hold the position down and keep the rotation.
So,
if you had someone that was rock solid like TJ McConnell,
when has Nasir
it's
Little
fucking fixed.
ever played minutes and been a point guard? Nasir Little. Tell me when he's been a point guard on the Suns.
I'm not saying he's a point guard, mate.
That's what you just brought up.
What I'm saying is that we've had point guards, people coming in there and playing that.
Okay,
position,
so
right?
you're saying he was a point guard.
And they haven't been able to no one has been able to lock down outside of Grayson Allen. Eric Gordon, we've fucking traded him 3 times this season.
Where the fuck are you looking at?
In our heads. What I'm saying is you can't just fucking write off a guy like TJ McConnell or Tyus Jones or one of these really good point guards that might
You're
be
not getting Tyus Jones.
Your positionless basketball fucking shit things. What we need is someone solid that will fix.
I'm not writing off TJ McConnell
for us.
I'm not writing off TJ McConnell.
You're writing off the point guard.
Is that the most
position.
Important thing?
No, it's not.
There's
TJ
no
McConnell.
such thing as a fucking point guard position.
That's it. There fucking is, mate.
Tell that
if TJ McConnell comes into this team, if we traded for TJ McConnell, I can guarantee you right now that TJ McConnell plays off ball.
Okay. It doesn't matter, mate. But what I'm saying is that...
No, it does matter. You just said that we desperately need TJ McConnell as a backup point guard. You also said Nasir Little should be playing point guard.
You have such
this is what happens when 2 boys share a bed.
The positionless basketball idea that you write off every single fucking point guard anyone talks about.
No, I didn't write anything off.
You're backwards
What
and
I
coming
said
forwards,
is-
man.
What I said is you don't need to fucking whip one out and whack off over a point guard that is
I'm
not
gonna
going to
fucking
come
whip
in and
one
play
out in a
point
minute.
guard. Who's going to come in and play point guard? You just called Nasir Little a point guard.
What I'm saying, I was talking to the rotational people being in and out and in and out
Let you
all
boys
season
have your little lovers
because
quarrel.
no one has been able to lock down any solid minutes consistently for us because their play hasn't been good enough. So if it's a fucking point guard who can come in, play off ball, I don't give a fuck. But if he's solid
But
defensively,
that's not a
and he
point
gives a
guard.
fuck, he can still ball handle, mate. He can still limit the fucking turnovers.
He's playing off ball.
But he's a point guard and he's playing off ball. I don't give a fuck if he's a fucking point guard. That's what I'm saying. Don't just
All right,
fucking
calm the
write
fuck
off
down,
point
ladies.
guards.
That makes no sense
Get
at
on
all.
with it.
It makes
fucking
sense,
Gav.
mate.
You two fucking pulled each other's dick long enough.
All right.
I think it's a bit of
we
a
had-
pent-up frustration, boys, from sharing a room together. It's all coming out now. This was what the pillow talk sounded like.
No, it's every second week the fucking wiping out the whole conversation about a certain position because of positionless basketball. When there's a turnover,
How am I so I'm wiping out a trade. Tell me about this trade.
I haven't got
How
a fucking trade.
are we making this magnificent trade happen?
There's ways that it
No,
can
you've
happen.
called it out.
I don't think we could stack a couple of contracts. It's not going to be easy, but we could do it. I'm not saying that that's the fucking answer either. I'm happy to stand pat. I just don't like the fucking one-eyed fucking shit that we as a fan base fucking keep going on about.
Right. So you think that we need a point guard, is what you're saying?
No,
Is this
Gavin.
a segue to the trade section?
No,
Yeah, it
Gavin.
is.
No,
Okay,
Gavin.
all right. It's a really
Gavin.
long fucking segue. Just fucking make it, Gav.
I just
fucking do it.
don't think that we can write off all the point guards just because
Hey.
that's not the position we need.
Can you
I
just
think we
kick
just
him
need
out?
someone
and move
solid.
on?
Fuck.
And
move
what
on.
I'm
You
trying to
pissed me
say,
off.
Boyd, is there's no such thing as a fucking point guard anymore. But anyway, we'll move on.
There is. There fucking
You
is, mate.
have the last word.
No,
don't you?
there's not. The
There
Bridges trade talk is like the pink elephant in the room. No one wanting to admit they want him. Chris, you mustn't have watched our show last week, but Nate's here and Wes is here. They weren't here last week, so we're going to get their opinion. The Miles Bridges talk has obviously heated up in the last 48 hours. Gents, what's your thought? We'll start with you, Wes. What's your thought on Miles Bridges coming into this team?
As far as fit, he's a perfect fit for our team. Good scorer, can hit the three, can bang inside. He's a lob threat. He gives that bit of defense. I think he's perfect for what we want. I think Nick Richards was mentioned in that trade as well. Rim protector, can get us rebounds. Another person, probably better than Eubanks at the minute, that can give us something different. So I'm all for it. I know he's got this baggage that he's carrying and everyone's talking about that. But, I mean, there's been plenty of players in the NBA that have done that and then come back, had the redemption story. So if he wins us the championship, I don't care. Like, as much as it sounds bad, and I don't condone what he did, but win us a ring. We've been waiting too long for one.
Nate?
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't let Boyd go next. Fuck, he's talked enough. If you look at the numbers, just the numbers, 7.9 million, 25-year-old, everything Wes just said, and it's going to cost us players we don't use. Like, it's going to be Nazir Little and Meadow or Yuta, because there's no way they're going to trade Bowl. So suck that up, Gav.
Oh no, they'd trade Bowl. I don't think that any team in their right mind would want that fucking streak of duck shit.
Look, is it going to be a PR nightmare? Fucking oath. Does that mean it doesn't make sense? No. I think it's worth doing.
Boyd, any additional comments on what we spoke about last week? Or
I've got additional comments. He's not a nice guy. He's ugly.
Not a nice guy.
And I listened to some of his rap fucking music a little bit today, just some snips. And it's fucking terrible, man. I don't know. We don't need that shit. It's fucking terrible. And it's fucking, it really does tie in with his womanizing and fucking that sort of shit too, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, fucking.
Sorry, so he's the
Miles
only
Bridges.
he's the only NBA player that's a womanizer.
Hey, womanizer, fucking, is that the right word? I don't know, mate. I'm not that fucking clever. But hey, if we go and get Miles Bridges,
That's for sure.
I'm still going to be cool with the Suns. I'm not going to fucking go burn a jersey or follow a different team. Like some cunts on Twitter are saying that they're going to fucking, I'm not going to support this team if they support that shit. I don't. Look, every time I talk about him on this pod, he'll get the nickname of Posy, a piece of shit guy. I just won't fucking respect him. He'll just give him a fucking spray. And that fucking piece of shit fucking did really well for us tonight, but he's a fucking cock. And he's a shit cunt. That's all.
The real question out of all this is, when he comes on, does he get number 25?
Well, I was going to say, why can't we look after the Suns fandom and bring a Bridges in with 25? Everyone's jerseys are relevant again. It's great.
Even 52 for the mistake that the Suns shop sent me.
Even for those with number 52. Fuck, you know what would be great if he came in and took jersey number 52. You'd be the only person in the world with a Bridges 52 jersey.
52 and 25.
Look, again, I said it last week. I am all for this trade if it includes Nick Richards.
You'll love it. He's our piece of shit.
He's a piece of shit, but he's our piece of shit.
Piece of shit.
Who's put that comment back up? Who the fuck was that?
Okay, that's Joel, man.
Joel. But he's our piece of shit like Grayson. Don't fucking put his name in the same fucking sentence as Grayson Allen. The lawyer's son, Grayson Allen.
You can understand what he's getting at, but yeah.
Be better, mate.
Yeah, I can see what he's saying. From a basketball standpoint, he's a great fit. If it was straightforward as that, fantastic. I think we should absolutely be pursuing it, especially if it includes Nick Richards. Outside of that, the off-court stuff, is he a saint? Hell fucking no. Is any there's a lot in Phoenix Suns history that haven't been saints either, just quietly. And we still supported them. But in saying that, some of that shit was a little bit different to what Miles Bridges is accused of doing and whatever else. And again, there's stuff from both sides and all that sort of shit. But from a basketball fit, it's perfect. We've all kept talking about selling your soul for a championship in Phoenix. The guys at PHNX and Espo, I don't care. I'll sell my soul for a title in Phoenix. This may be the cost of selling your soul for a title in Phoenix. Just have a think about that.
Yeah,
now,
it's one thing to say something like that.
I know.
But again, to it, mate. When you got to pay the piper.
Again, I am more than happy to sit there and let everyone have their own view on that.
Oh, that's fucking mighty big of
you. As long as he doesn't keep a gun in the locker room, I think we're good.
Yeah, and shoot people and whatever else. This week, 4-game stretch again before we pot again, gentlemen.
Are we done with the trade talk?
Do you have potential other trades? We do have some questions in mailbag about trades.
I want to bring it up. And a little quick segment. My sham wow moments.
Talk to me about potential point guards you want to bring in.
Well, no, these are completely. That's one of the sham wow moments because we got rid of sham and now it's wow. But they're unsuns related. I just think it's absolutely fucking hilarious that Zach LaVine has been the hottest name that no one wants because of his contract, and now he's out for the season with surgery. He's done.
Now it's his contract and the fact
now his contract and he can't fucking play. And I want to talk about the Steven Adams trade because I always God love Hammer. The one thing we actually agreed on was how good Steven Adams would look at this team if he didn't have the fucking ridiculous salary attached to it.
Be the perfect fit, right?
to get traded for Victor Oladipo and a couple of second rounders, and neither one of them have played a fucking minute. I just think it's hilarious that two players haven't been played a minute this season and been traded.
And won't play a minute this season.
Yeah. But, I mean, if he did, it'd be nice to see the Aussie and the Kiwi on the fucking court together in Houston.
Well, we have another Aussie in Phoenix. It's for the WNBA team, but we have an Aussie in Phoenix, which is great.
Ooh, filling information. All right.
Yeah. 4 games this week. At Washington tomorrow morning, Monday, our time, 7:30 a.m. Fuck East Coast trips. They are the worst. 7:30 a.m. How are we supposed to drink beers at 7:30 a.m. and watch the Suns? At Washington, 7:30 a.m. tomorrow. Back home against Milwaukee, Wednesday, 2 p.m. At home against Utah, Friday, 1 p.m. and at Golden State on Sunday at 12:30 p.m. How do you see this week going? Let's start with you, Boyd, and get out of the way.
4 W's, mate. On to the next. Easy.
Wes?
I'm with Boyd. I reckon 4 W's. We need it.
Nate?
This will be a quick fucking segment. I actually went through each of these games individually without looking at schedule and everything. I had them all down as W's. Looking at how we've performed in the last week, I don't see that happening. And looking at where we lose, we're likely to lose a fucking stupid game like the one against Utah. Just the way we play. So I'm going to pick 3 and 1, but I honestly can't. Yeah, we always lose the shittest team in the week, and so I can't definitively say which one will drop, but I think we'll go 3 and 1.
I think we're now so the guys, the fellas, the big 3 are now up to 20, 21 games together.
Yeah, but Bill's still fucked up.
Yeah, but Bill's still got to wear the
face.
Got to wear the Batman mask. But I think we can go 3-0 this week. 4-0, sorry, this week, because we're running out of time to win these games, and we really have to position ourselves to target that 4-5 spot in the West. So, given the fact that Washington, I believe that Kyle Kuzma will be missing. We really just should walk through that game. Milwaukee at home, okay, fine. East competition probably doesn't have a major effect, but games against West teams now, we just have to win. Utah, Golden State, we just have to win those games. In saying that, we do play Milwaukee on Wednesday. We play Milwaukee Wednesday at 2 p.m. After watching again today a little bit of the Bucks versus Dallas, is Giannis the biggest piece of shit, like reckless, most dangerous player to play in the NBA today? And why doesn't that not get enough focus? He nearly,
it's Miles Bridges.
He nearly dislocated fucking Luka's leg from his hip, and then kicked him in the nuts. I'm not saying it's not a good thing, but Giannis runs around like a reckless motherfucker.
He does, and
just look at the finals against us.
The league will fucking wake up to it sooner or later, and they'll have the
no, they won't.
They fucking will, sooner or later.
No, he just goes into his press conference and talks about fucking Oreos and milk and shit, and everyone loves him again.
Yeah, he does. He does. Or ordering fucking chicken in the drive-thru or whatever.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
50 piece. Yeah. No, look. Okay. Well, I'll rephrase that. I fucking sincerely do hope that the league fucking address that shit. Because it's fucking crap. And maybe if he does start doing it a little bit more blatantly, similar to Draymond Green with his fake, he tries to hide his punching people in the face or kicking them in the balls, and he's been hiding it really well for years. And
the roundhouse elbow, including view.
The league finally woke up to it and like, come on, man, you can't keep on saying you were fucking scratching your fucking ear and then fucking roundhouse some cunt in the face. You can't keep doing that, Dre. You got to fucking go. So hopefully, Giannis gets a little bit more loose with it, and they start pulling him up. But yeah, I didn't see the one with Luka. I'm really fucking happy it happened though. Really fucking made my day. I'm still calming down after your fucking idiocy that you were spitting out before, Gavin. But I'm feeling really good now. Really good.
Fresh tampon will change the world.
Is he injured?
Maybe we could trade for Luka because he's a point guard.
That's yuck. That's a horrible thing to say.
Oh no, you don't want a point guard now?
Oh, fucking.
Gav, you need to change your tampon too. Okay?
Fuck in hell.
I enjoyed that anyway. Let's go.
I forgot to bring something up. Anyone see the rumor of a CP3 to Orlando trade?
No.
That was in the rumors as well. Can you imagine?
Trading for what?
I don't know. It was one of those throwaway things on. I swear in the Bleacher Report rumors. It was CP3 to Orlando in discussion.
That was.
Oh, that'd be the Warriors out there fucking throwing shit against the wall, hoping someone.
He's just getting bought out, surely.
That's a big buyout, isn't it?
Yeah, Jason.
That doesn't matter.
Wouldn't be the first time. All right, let's move into mailbag. So, Nate, what other trades would you like to see the Suns make in the last week of the trade season, leaving out the Bridges/Richards trade?
Oh, well, it's obviously Tyus Jones and TJ McConnell, like Boyd said.
No, Javon Carter, Torrey Craig, Ish Smith, some past point guards, brilliant point guards that we've had. Gavin.
Look, I'm still. I don't think we need to make major moves. I think one move, and I actually think if the Miles Bridges things happen, it's not a bad thing to fix up the lineup. Move out some people that aren't fucking playing. Put someone in that is. Spread some of the minutes around. I mean, I've been on what Boyd was saying the whole season, saying I would like to see a proper point guard coming off our bench. I don't know how we achieved that after the Miles Bridges trade. So I don't know
how we achieved that because there's none fucking left.
Well, I mean, there's still the John Wall thing to consider, but I know that's an arguable thing as well. I just want to drive you fucking nuts. I don't think there's much left we can do.
Give me John Wall, Boogie Cousins. Be like
Where's we have to bring you in. Please get this shit back online, please.
For me, if the Bridges trade happens, I guess the other thing we need is a bit of bench scoring. That's all we're really lacking at the moment. We're relying on the big three too much to do all our scoring for us. I would like to see a decent scorer off the bench. Doesn't have to be a point guard, but I don't know who's available. We might have to go to the buyout market more than actually trading because we don't have many pieces.
That's a good point too. The buyout market is going to be interesting.
Yeah, we can't get many guys off of that. PJ Tucker's not going to score points off of the bench. Can't get Gordon Hayward. He's over that average salary. But yeah, look. So if that piece of shit Miles Bridges came in, would you guys see him starting, or could he be the guy off the bench scoring points? Like, are you replacing Grayson Allen with Miles Bridges in the starting lineup?
I think it would happen.
Okay.
Positionally, it makes sense.
Wes?
I'd probably look at putting Bradley Beal on the bench, leave Grayson there, and then get him running the second unit. But at least it adds some points, and when Book's off the court, he can actually run the point. But
it works in 2K. I've got Bradley Beal on the bench in my 2K team and KBD starting. So it works. It's a waste of $40 million off the bench, but it works.
Yes, Boyd, I would have Grayson Allen coming off the bench and playing with the other guys and starting Miles Bridges. Yes.
Yeah.
You look like you had something else under your chest there you wanted to bust out and bit all over us.
Me?
Yeah, yeah. You're like
No,
hanging your head
I've got-
down, huffing and puffing.
Well,
like, fuck, it's coming. It's coming.
I only did that because Boyd mentioned PJ Tucker, who's like 112 years old and fucking useless. And Suns fans are fucking obsessed. If he gets bought out, we should bring him back. No, we shouldn't. He old.
Yeah.
He finished. Write that motherfucker off.
I tell you what would happen if PJ Tucker came back. He'd score just about as many points as the other cunts on the bench at the moment. But
0.
all right, so it's a sideways move there. All right. But what would happen is that there wouldn't be this fucking lackadaisical cunts not getting back, because they're going to have to fucking answer to a certain man by the name of PJ fucking Tucker, who's not going to fucking stand for it.
Is it how quickly can he move his walking frame to get back?
Yeah, a lot quicker than the cunts at the moment. Well, and yeah, that'll be easy. You fucking. Anyway, yeah, we need some PJ in us.
Look,
we need.
I think it's worthwhile bringing PJ in as long as he can play the point, because we need point guards.
Or Jay Crowder. Fucking give me all the Jay
Crowder. Jay, yeah.
He could be a future, like he could be a future front office guy for us as well. Point, he can play point. He can play any position he wanted, but just
I've already got the jersey.
Nice guy, cool hair.
We should definitely, while we're doing that, bring back Kelly Oubre Jr., Jimmy Fredette. We should absolutely. We should bring them all back. Javon Carter.
You lost us at Jimmy Fredette.
Javon Carter. Bring them all back. It's
Javon, Kelly Oubre. He's doing workouts after every steal or fucking good possession. He's doing push-ups on the floor. It's what we need. It's fucking what we need. I think at the moment, the way that our conversations are going, we are so fucking up in the air, and there's so many different things. It's been so inconsistent, our play, and we've been so good in certain areas and then so bad the very next game in that area, that it's fucking so hard to put a pin right on what the problem is, because it changes every game, it feels like.
Yeah, we just need someone who still has energy in the fourth quarter, clearly.
Hey, Gav, you know what doesn't change every game? How cheap Boyd is.
Oh, well, just wait, please. Okay, question 2. What will it take for Gavin to wear a Bol jersey? Jesus
you
Christ.
fucking creative?
I don't have a segment on how cheap you are, Boyd.
We should make one.
You know that I love you. And even though you're a cheap fuck, I still love you. But anyway, next question. What will it take for Gavin to wear a Bol jersey at the Brisbane watch party? Number 1, it would take a Bol jersey.
I was going to say, do they even make them?
I need to wear one. I'd have to have one. Number 2, him being any good whatsoever.
Well, there's enough time before the next Brisbane watch party.
Boyd's pulling the Bol. Love it. Boyd, what will it take for you to buy a round of beers for everyone who rocks up at the next Brisbane watch party? That question's from Justin, by the way.
I'll do it. I fucking buy rounds every single watch party. It's just cunts
you
like
cheap
you,
motherfucker.
It's cunts like you who just want to fucking hang me out to be a bad guy and a tight ass. But every single watch party, I go into rounds and I do buy beers. I might get a couple more bought for me than I buy for other people, I admit. But I'm always up for a shout. I'm always up to give a shout.
All right.
Boyd getting bought the Heineken Zero was the funniest fucking moment at the Brisbane watch party. That was gold.
That was very funny. And the last mailbag question is to me from my brother. So thank you, Leroy, for being a San Antonio following piece of shit. Do you think naming your children after Grayson Allen and your dog after Devin Booker is taking this Phoenix thing too far? So basically what he's done is he's decided that because my daughter's names are Grace and Ella, that I've named them after Grayson Allen. And I can't argue. I did actually. Grace and Ella. It sounds like Grace and Allen, right? And I did actually name my dog after Devin Booker because his name's Armani. Do I think it's taking it too far? Hell no. You wait until I name everything else after Phoenix Suns things. Like I'm thinking about naming my garage Allen. I'm thinking about naming something after Yuta. Like I love the Phoenix Suns. I'm not going to apologize for that. So fuck you.
What do you name your dildo?
I would actually like to name my dick after one of our black players, but I think it might be false advertising.
Oh fuck, we went there. All right, we're in the fucking dumpster now, boys. We are spiraling. We're sliding downhill. Hey,
how many beers have you had?
Let's do breakfast here. Fuck off.
Gents, are you ready? Who am I?
Let us go.
We got Nate versus Boyd versus Wes and the chat. Remember, if you answer and you get it wrong, you are disqualified until the end of the next round.
And we all know how much I suck at this.
Boyd is now really, unfortunately, because of how slowly he started, but Boyd is now in the lead for the total
actually not
points.
bad at this. I'll give him credit.
By one.
Not bad
Well, he missed the first four, and the special guests in the chat were fucking smashing him. And then he's just gone bang, 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 3 in a row, 4 in a row.
I just learned. I just
like my
took a while
weekend.
to learn your fucking cryptic rules. That's all.
Boyd is on a win streak. I need you guys to end that win streak today. Are you ready?
Steady, yeah.
I was drafted with the 15th pick in the 2015 NBA draft.
Campaign.
Incorrect. You can wait until the end of the second round. Anybody else
TJ Warren.
want to have a go? Incorrect. Now
TJ
the
Warren?
chat and incorrect. The chat and the special guest are disqualified till the end of the next round. Do you want to have a go for 5 points, Nate? Or do you want a free whack at hint number 2 for 4?
I do love a free whack.
Or do you want to have a go and bring everyone else back in?
No, go.
So, Nate, you have the first crack at this. Chat, you cannot guess. Boyd, Wes, you cannot guess.
I know who it is. You better get it, Nate.
I have played for 5. That's because you Googled it, you piece of shit. I've played for 5 NBA teams. The Phoenix Suns were my second stop. Do you want to have a go, Nate?
I'm so shit at this game. Is it Eric Bledsoe?
Incorrect. Boyd.
Kelly Oubre.
Correct. Have 4 points, Boyd. It was Kelly Oubre Jr. The remaining hints were.
Campaign was
Don't
right
know.
there.
Don't care. I didn't Google campaign. My other teams have been the Washington Wizards, Golden State, Charlotte, and Philadelphia. I'm credited with being one of the creators of the Valley Boys, and I am known as Tsunami Papi.
Yeah. The last 3 were pretty obvious ones. Yeah.
How many times have you guys done the 2015 draft with Devin Booker in 2K?
Never.
What?
He's already on the team. Why go and redraft him when he had a poor rating?
I don't need to redraft him. But
No, well, when you're doing like the season on season, and Book retires, you go back and you throw in the 2015 historic draft, and you get all the fucking guys. You get the Valley Boys back. Let's go.
Oh, all the Valley Boys.
All of them. Okay, stop being so fucking particular.
No, I'm just I'm asking. I'm just asking. Why are you
you
so
obviously
mad
don't get them
today?
all, you dickhead.
I'm
on,
just
ladies.
asking.
Fuck.
Why are you so mad today?
I would kill everyone in this room for a drop of sweet beer.
So, Homer, please feel free to tell us anything.
Who do you want to have a beer with, boy?
I want to have a beer with Hamo. And ask him why the fuck he didn't come to the watch party. I know why he didn't come, but I still want to have a beer with Hamo. Nice guy. Me and Hamo having a beer.
Hey, if you and Hamo had a beer together, would you take selfies like this style?
That would look so familiar over here.
They would be unclothed selfies. They come through on the chat. I'd send it all to you guys. But yeah, me and Hamo having a beer. Why not?
You buddy bed sharing slut.
We'll talk about how picking up that shift was more important than fucking coming to have a beer with me at the fucking Sydney watch party that I travelled from fucking Brisbane to be at. And you travelled from Melbourne.
So you just gave us your flog as well.
He's my fucking flog too. That's what I'm getting at. Anyway.
Have a beer with and throw
Where's who do you want to have a beer with?
I'm going to go a different tact. I'm going to say James Jones. I just want to ask him, is this the way he envisioned our season panning out? Has the big three worked in his eyes? What moves does he think we need to make? And what he thinks our fourth quarter problems are?
So basically, you want to ask him all the questions that we just discussed on the pod.
Pretty much. We can't get him on, so I'm going to have a beer with him.
Nate, who do you want to have a beer with?
Mikhail motherfucking Bridges. Firstly, I want to ask about how he felt when Booker did that shit in his face. Because Booker was laughing and he looked like, oh, fucking shame.
Book he does it so shit ass too, doesn't he? And it
deliberately shit ass though.
Yes.
Secondly, because his name keeps popping up in trades and people are offering 3 and 5 first round picks, whatever that looks like by exceptions and swaps or whatever. His value is clearly high. But at the same time, the dude has literally only been there 1 full year. So it's got to be unsettling to hear your name keep popping up, even though it's for the right reasons. So he's my beer for the week.
I want to have a beer with all of the guys that are going to come to the watch party in Perth. We only need 3 of you when you make Sydney look fucking stupid.
Yep.
Wes made it good.
Enough said.
Wes and John made it good. Thank you, guys.
John. Hey, have you guys already had a talk about the watch party, just quietly?
Yeah, a little bit. Go. Roll it out.
Fucking big dick John. John Lister's Landale. John Landale. No, he's not John Landale, but he's 6'8", that cunt. And he's nice guy.
He big dude. We talked about how he's up here and Nate's like down.
Yeah, I believe you used the phrase 6'14" and I am Asian lady size.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, he's Jock Landale's fucking brother-in-law, pretty much. Basically.
No, he's not.
Basically, he is.
He knows he's Jock Landale's cousin's best friend's wife's third removed next door neighbour's.
So basically,
uncle.
he's Landale's twin brother, and yeah, we've got the hook up now. We should be getting Jock on soon now that we've made this contact in Sydney. And
well, he's not doing much in Houston. He may as well come on.
We got a couple of fucking Birmingham, some cunts that just got off the plane from Birmingham in England. Or was that Ireland? Who fucking knows?
It's England, you fucking idiot.
But yeah, we got a couple of cunts come over. The Suns fans. Well, One was converted, one was already a fan. And then we got a couple of Asian guys. I don't know where the fuck they were from. They were very quiet. I don't know if their English was very good, but they came over and they were watching the game with us. It was a very multicultural event down there in Sydney. Just none of the countries said they were going to rocked up. That's all. It was good. It was good.
Wes is really fucking quiet, by the way.
I've got my whole family looking at me while I'm talking. That's why it's making me a bit self-conscious.
I was going to say, I don't think.
Although I will say we're almost all the way through the show. We've all coordinated ourselves with beautiful blue, amazing jerseys, and Boyd.
I did go and get changed when I didn't get the memo. Does Boyd even own one of these jerseys?
Yeah, I do.
Time for the flog of the week, and trust me, they are ugly, very unattractive. Google their face when you're done here.
Talking of Boyd, who's your flog of the week, Wes?
Mine's going to be Trae Young. I don't know what it is about Trae Young, but every time I see him play, I just want to punch him in the face. It's just something about him. I know Booker gets a lot of hate, and people say like he's got this smug look on him, and that's why they don't like Book. But Trae Young is, for me, the smuggest prick that I've ever seen, and I just want to belt him every time I see him.
Yeah. Well,
That's magnificent.
that guy needs some fucking what's that advanced hair? Yeah. That Sterlo used to.
He's got the plugs. He even dyes his plugs now.
Yeah, he looks like he's got his noggin looks like a 50-year-old's, and apparently he's 23-year-old. Yeah, I'd like
Trey, do yourself a favor. Just wear a cap, dude. Like,
just shave your fucking head off.
Just accept that.
I tried that yesterday. It didn't work because apparently I'm a pinhead, according to our Boydie.
I think he said.
Oh, you only have to do one with the Clippers. You just have to do one fucking.
I don't even have to do that.
Hey,
we bring a dude in, bring him into the fucking pod, and you just fucking treat him like this.
After saying that, you look a little bit like that character, Bert and Ernie. You know Bert and Ernie? That.
Oh my god!
Shut up.
Funnily enough, that's not the first time I've heard that.
I fixed it for you. You're a fucking ass. Who's your flog of the week, Boyd?
It's Hemo for not coming to the fucking thing because he picked up a shift. A shift, mind you, that he would have had to have fucking accepted probably the night before and didn't tell us and told us the fucking morning. And okay, he's going for a promotion or whatever, but what the fuck, man? What's he going to become? He's a Garbo. Good on him. But what's he being promoted to? Super Garbo? What the fuck, man? Just fucking come to the watch party. That cunts have travelled fucking thousands of kilometres to come and have a beer with you and your local folk. Fucking just tell them that I can't do this one, mate. I'll pick up more shifts fucking later. That pissed me off, Hemo.
Well, at least luckily he probably doesn't watch this fucking pod anymore.
That's right. I already told him I was pissed off fucking earlier. We'll fucking talk about it and we'll move on.
Nate, who's your flog of the week?
My flog of the week is Rich Paul. So this guy's come out and publicly announced that LeBron won't be traded because they're not asking for a trade. In the exact same week, he's also met with the Knicks and settled his beef with the Knicks apparently and made it public that him and the Knicks are now good. And then in the same week, Clutch Sports also rep like Zach LaVine, who is now fucking injured with a shit salary and no one's going to want him. So those three things all happening in 1 week make Rich Paul my flog.
Fair enough. My flog of the week is Sydney Suns fans. Similar to Boyd, but I'm not going to just pick out one. Guys, you knew about this for fucking months. And all you had to do was show up for 1 hour to say hello. And you didn't. We trying to promote, get additional stuff, and make this as absolutely as big as we possibly can. And we had 4 people. You guys let us down, and it was pathetic.
You made up for it, Wes, because you're a fucking good cunt.
Cheers,
And
mate.
John,
I was saying earlier,
Wes and John made up
it was
for it,
quite
but,
embarrassing. Yeah.
honestly, fucking weak as piss. So pull your fingers out. Honestly, if we do these again, Sydney ain't on the. We've got more for Perth, and there's only fucking 5 people we know in Perth.
Yeah.
So anyway, gents, let's start with you, Boyd, because we love you so much.
I love you too. I love all you guys.
Last comments. Where do we find you?
You can find me at Buds83 on the Twitter. You can find me at Fucko on a mystery platform, one that has not been found as of yet. At Mudguts on the Instagram, just another fan from the Instagram at Mudguts. So yeah, look me up. Come say hello.
Where do we find you, Bud? Last comments.
Skip me, bro, because I'm not on social media other than Facebook. But
Dude,
you can usually
last
find me on my
comments.
couch watching TV.
You've still got last comments. Anything else you want to say?
Just fantastic meeting you two boys. We had there was only 2 of us. We had a fantastic time. Thanks for all the gear you guys gave us. And hopefully if we do another Sydney one, more people turn up. If not, I'm going to have to come to Brisbane.
Hey, Wes, just quickly, on top of that, who's better out of me and Gav? Who do you think's the better person?
Gav, easily.
Oh, that's very hard.
It's not hard
better,
at all.
It depends what you mean
Just
by
be
better
honest,
person.
mate.
Just who do you like now?
Funnier, I would say Boyd. Nicer, I
Who
would
do
say
you like
Gav.
more then? Better person?
You're both
Gav's
top
a
blokes. I can't pick between yous. But yeah, you gave better hugs.
I do. I give fucking mad hugs. I'll private message you afterwards, mate. We'll talk about it anyway.
Nate,
Well, fuck me. At Nicky's Falcon on the socials. As far as final comments, guys, you really do need to get behind the watch parties. What I heard from the Sydney thing and the small photos, that it's really disappointing. When we saw such a great one in Melbourne, fucking brilliant one in Brisbane. The lengths that Gav's gone through to get all this material from marketing to give out to get it promoted by the Suns. We need to keep building on that to raise our profile, raise all the Aussie Suns fan base. So you really need to get involved. That's just what I'm going to say to leave this episode.
Nate, who's the better person, me or Boyd?
Oh, fucking you by a country mile. Fuck this cheap bastard.
Fuck off. I'll private message you afterwards as well, Nate. I know there's probably reasons for saying this on.
Yeah, and you'll talk to me in fucking emojis, I'm sure.
Hey, Boyd, can you private message me too?
Yeah.
It'll be a splash emoji for what he left in his bed.
I really don't want to, Gav. Fuck, probably will. I need some self-validation. I'll have a crack at you as well, I suppose.
I know that we'll be on a call tomorrow at some stage anyway. Don't forget Perth Watch Party, 24th of February. Anyone in Perth, if you're over there, you got mates, you got whatever else. Let's just we have to still work out a venue because you motherfuckers are 3 hours behind everyone else. I've got a feeling it'll be like at the casino, but
might have to
make
be.
sure you come along. Make sure you come along. Make sure you bring your friends. Boyd and I are flying over for it. We just want to see you guys.
Hey, the sports bar ground is fucking awesome. It is fucking awesome.
Even if it is for one beer during the first, second, third, or fourth quarter, just rock up. That's all we ask, is that people make the effort to come out and say hello, because we're making the fucking effort to fly over there like we did in Sydney, we're making the effort to get over there and be there for you guys. So do the right thing. Come out, say hello, have a beer, watch the Suns beat the Houston Rockets. Follow us at Aussie Suns Fans on Twitter, at Aussie Suns Fans on YouTube. Do all that sort of shit, which is fairly standard. If you haven't clicked the like button, fuck you. We don't like you anymore. But you now have a chance to click the like button and subscribe.
Nice way to milk that one, Gav. Fuck.
And then we'll like you a lot more.
He's a poet. He's a real poet.
I'm a poet, and you didn't even know it. Hit like, hit subscribe, follow us, do all that sort of shit. Do you know the best thing about Sydney, gentlemen?
What's that, Gav?
Wes, Jono, Boyd, myself, we had a bit of fun. We hung some shit on some bucks. Told them not to get married because it'll ruin their lives. Drank a lot of beers. Had a hell of a lot of fun. And ultimately, while we were there, we weren't there to fuck spiders.
Nope.
As Chris Paul gets in, another wide open three.
Pierre Cardin.
Defers to Booker for the long range.
P-H-O-E-N-I-X. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the Valley, it ain't nothing but a thing. P-H-O-E-N-I-X. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring.